We got a super chat, and I love the username, Black Tom Cruise. Thanks so much, bro. Appreciate the super chat. Wish I could have Hot Toys Padme, but I'm not allowed to have Natalie Portman in the house. Girlfriend said so. Hope everyone else can enjoy. Dude, that
sounds like you need a new girlfriend.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. I'm not trying to be a dick, but that was just, what I was going to say politely. I mean, that's, I'm sure she's great, bro.
I'm just kidding. You don't need a new girlfriend.
But that seems a little controlling, does it not? Does it, Kiko? What do you think, bro? I mean, I don't mean to play
he's just
relationship counselor, but
I think he's fucking with you. I don't think he really means that.
Okay, right. But it sounds real to me. But
I think so. I've said this before, and I've done it on some of my videos. Is that, and I actually mentioned it on my How to Handle Criticism video, is that if people can't accept you for you, the people that are closest to you, then maybe it's an opportunity to kind of just stop and say, why are these people that are closest to me, why are they that close to me if they don't accept me for me? And so
Kiko, are you saying that if they can't handle you at your worst, they don't deserve you at your best? Is that
100%.
Well, okay. So here's what I'll say. Here's what I'll say. All right, I'll say something to this. Assuming that Black Tom Cruise is being legit, which I think he's fucking with us, but let's just say it's not. Okay. I kind of get to a little extent as to like people who get figures and or statues that are of women in certain poses, or they do the fights and bodies, because that's pretty creepy. Maybe that's what the girlfriend means, as in like, hey, and I'm sorry, I'm not trying to like poke fun at him, or because that's not what I'm doing, but maybe it's more like, I don't want like figures that are of females, because that can seem a little bit creepy for her, and I could somewhat understand that. Now, if she's just saying like, I don't want Padme just for a specific reason, then I don't know. That's something different. But that's what I'm looking at.
Well, I mean, like, if he bought the Tifa statue, it would be a different conversation. It would be like, I kind of get that firm line there. It's like, that's a little bit over the line.
I told myself that I wasn't allowing Throbbing into the house, but I did. And now I have to keep, Amy out of the toy room.
You do,
I don't want her going up there.
That's competition.
I don't want her going up there and seeing that.
Yeah, and like even Quite Enough said my wife is making me buy Shang-Chi so she can look at him. So I mean, it goes both ways, I guess. So Willie said Tifa statue goated. It is, bro. It is. Goated is the creepiest statue. And that Thanos one is definitely up for the running, by the way.
Oh, she said she really didn't let me get Padme. Okay, so here's the question though. Is it because you're not allowed to have any female characters, or she specifically doesn't want you to have Padme? Because maybe she knows Natalie Portman in real life and she thinks she's a bitch or something. I don't know.
What do you guys think? Should we make this a clip that we put on there? Because this has become like a really interesting conversation.
I don't know, man. I think so.
Let me know in the chat, guys. Would you watch a clip of this conversation? Because this has become really, because what do you say? Let's be honest, a lot of young men had their sexual awakenings around Padme and aren't really all that quiet about it. Yeah, I mean, maybe, but
I have something for you that definitely is clip worthy. And this is actually something that is happened to me that I think is important. Okay. So all right. 6 years ago, I'm on a date with my wife, or then girlfriend at the time. Okay. This is some deep stuff, young people out there. Hopefully you can learn from this. And so I decided that I wanted to put in The Town. Okay. Everyone seen The Town?
Yep.
One of my favorite movies.
It's Ben Affleck. Yeah. And Jeremy
Ben Affleck and Jeremy Renner, Blake Lively, all that stuff. But speaking of Blake Lively, okay, so I'm watching it with Amy, okay, and I made this comment in the middle of the movie, okay, we're like getting ready to get to the climax of the movie, the main heist. I'm like, oh, we can't like turn this off, but something happened to where she rolled over and she was done, because I said, man, Ryan Reynolds is a lucky man. And she got so pissed at that because, and I found out later why she did. She said, let me ask you, what does that information do for me? I'm like, I don't know. She's like, what does it matter that some other man has somebody else? Am I not good enough for you? Sure, he's got Blake Lively. Does that make him luckier than you? You have me. Do you want to keep me? Essentially. And that's what it came down to. And I think women in general, and this can get really spiral out of control, but she said, you know what? It is not your role to say, hey, look at these other women because I am your woman type of thing. Now we understand, there are, objectively attractive people out there, but your woman doesn't need to hear you saying that, essentially. So, and that's what I got in trouble for. And I was like, you know what, babe, you're exactly right. I am lucky to have you. And can we finish The Town now?
Well, I guess Kiko, it depends on how he approached getting the Padme figure. Like if he said, I want to get Padme because I have the hots for Padme, she might be like, yeah, you're not fucking getting it. But like if he just said like, you know what, I really like this Padme figure, and she was like, nah, that's a female competition, and that would be a little bit weird. But I guess it just depends how you sold it, Black Tom Cruise. If you went to her and said, if you sold it really, like, I really want this Padme figure, I love Attack of the Clones, she'd be like, hell yeah, let's get it and pose it together. But if you approached it a little more,
I don't know, man. It's hard because, like, okay, like Becca calls Star-Lord daddy. Okay. So calls
why?
Deadpool
Why?
because he's handsome, right? And he calls Ryan Reynolds daddy. Like, you know what I mean? It's
you got to kick her out, bro.
No, I mean, I just don't think
No,
it's that big of a
Becca,
deal. Like, it's funny because sometimes I'll be with like Becca's sister Tati, or like, well, I'll be with Mike, which is her husband. And like, we were walking once, like, I don't know, months ago, and there was a girl with a really big ass. And Tati said, Mike, look, that girl has a huge ass. And she wanted Mike to go and look. I'm just saying, I think it depends on the insecurity of certain women. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because I don't know, man. If there's a hot girl, I'll be like, celebrity is one thing. Like a regular person, like, if I was single, like, let's be honest, you can get with that girl. But a celebrity, none of us are gonna be fucking with no celebrity anytime soon. You know what I mean? Let's just call
Kiko
it
might, but
So I don't know, man. I just feel like if it's a celebrity, be like, damn, that girl's hot. And be like, oh, like, do you think she's hotter than me? I mean, bitch, you're not a celebrity. You're not seen her. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I won't say it, but I will.
This has to be the deepest live stream we've
ever done. This has to be like, this is probably the best topic we've ever had. And it wasn't even a planned topic
at this point.
Yeah, it wasn't even a planned topic. So thank you, Black Tom Cruise, for getting
He said she thinks it's creepy. She didn't like the Harley Quinn I have. She said that having female. Okay, see, so that's what I said. That's what I said. And yes, I could see that because I think that if you have like a ton of female characters, it's a little creepy. I'm with that, but it also depends what is the ratio. Like, do you have like one female for every like 10? Then it's like, dude, fuck off, right? But if it's like you have a ton of female characters, like a Harley Quinn or this, I don't think that's a big of a deal, honestly. You know what I mean? If anything, Becca encourages me to get Black Widow because she's like, yeah, she's hot. Like, you should get her. But Becca's probably more in like that ballpark of like she's really chill with a lot of the stuff. You know what I mean? So,
but see, like, and CT63 said women want to be admired. Collecting and streaming isn't good for marriage, is a real talk. And then what else? Toy Box.
I don't know. I disagree with that.
Becca said my girl is the same when it comes to Zendaya. So clearly, this is a thing.
I don't know. Becca doesn't. I mean, collecting and streaming isn't good for marriage. I don't know, dude. I mean, Becca encourages me to do this stuff. So like,
yeah,
my wife tells me that, hey, if this brings you joy and this makes you happy, I want you to do that 100%.
I think it depends on the line. Yeah.
Some women are very needy and want more attention than others. I used to be with someone who was needy as fuck. And I was like, you know what I mean? I'm like, thank God I didn't end up with someone like that. Because Becca is not like that. Like, yeah, she wants some stuff and I get that. But at the end of the day, dude, there's some like, so it depends on the line. It doesn't sound like Kiko, you have a crazy wife. Because
no, he doesn't. She's great.
But there are some out there, dude. They're just like, oh, like, like collect or me. Like, okay, like, that's a bit much.
Collect.
It's like, you know what I mean? It's like shoes or me, bitch. It's like the same thing. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
Yeah, it seems like a firm line to draw.
Insecure women. Yes. Yeah, that's what it is. Insecure women.
Yeah. See, and Thalia said I have a ton of male figures. Yeah, it's good. I mean, hey, I don't have a ton of female figures actually. I have like Ray and I forget who else, but
I do get the female part though, because I kind of think it's a little creepy if you have way too many female characters. Like, I know there's a really good friend of ours that I also won't say his name, who only collects basically women's statues and figures. We all know. And it's like, dude, stop. You know what I mean? Like, maybe that's where it's at. So, I don't know, man.
Yeah, and Alien Queen said I was with a guy who didn't understand my collecting works both ways. It definitely does. I mean, that goes both ways for guys and gals. I mean, it's like you could have a partner who doesn't understand it. I know Kiko's experienced that, and and then when you get someone who does, you hold on to them because they're really supportive.
The last thing I'll say, and we can wrap this topic up, is that I think there's a difference for sure between like actual stock figures that you get, of an actual character, or those that have been exploited. I don't know if you ever saw, but there's that Emperor's Chair with Rey spread eagle on that. Have you ever seen that one?
No.
I might send that to you off topic. But anyway, very interesting thing. There's a difference between that and a stock figure. So
I think people who kit bash figures who have like the Bison one where the boob's sticking out and really like, man, if you like doing it, that's cool. But that's creepy as fuck. Stop that shit. All right. Like, that's just the reality. I'm sorry.
That's fair. That's fair. To each their own, right? But it to me, it's a little uncomfortable, no doubt about it.
To each their own. That's so creepy though. So like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's reasonable.
You know what I mean? So,
guys, we're gonna clip that shit because we went on way too long to not make that a clip. So pretty much, yeah, we're making it a topic. Thanks so much, Black Tom Cruise.